Camera on. Fine.
मैम क्वेश्चन भी अच्छे से समझ नहीं आ रहा
chapter does also very nice, na?
मैम वो
Poems if you have understood very nicely, you answer. I forgot to name your answers properly.
she did not answer the 9.
And how much words? If you didn't answer 9 means you attempted out of 11. How much? Eight. Then how? And why? देखो क्या है?
मैम वो आया था उसने मुझे लिखा ही नहीं।
वो वाला पता नहीं हुआ क्या? अच्छा ये बोलेगा।
ऊपर की इंग्लिश को प्रिपेयर
हम मेरे को पता ही नहीं था। हम मेरे को पता ही नहीं था इंग्लिश के।
हाँ मैं गाँव
वेबसाइट में लिखा था सबसे पहले इंग्लिश ही लिखा था वेबसाइट में और उसी के टाइम से
मैंने क्रोमी उड़ गया था। लैंग्वेज में पोएटिक डिवाइसेस एंड ऑल है। वही पोएटिक डिवाइसेस। What खेलेंगे?
वो तो मैं
और
ऐसा है इसके
तुम अपना मार्क्स लाओ ना तभी समझेगा हाईएस्ट। You show me your marks first after you given the test. You have not given only.
मैं गाँव
You are ignoring now.
अब मेरे को ना भी मैं वो
You give it. डर के बाद क्या?
अरे मैम मैं तो था ही वो चैप्टर में।
वो चैप्टर में
मैम मुझे तो पता नहीं था।
जबकि वो इंग्लिश के पेपर के टाइम पर आया था।
आया भी
आधे घंटे बाद आया था।
हम मेरे को लगा साइंस 130 को है तो मैं साइंस से आ गया।
क्यों इंग्लिश नहीं? इंग्लिश देता
अब मुझे तो
नहीं आता। हाँ?
कंप्यूटर फुल नंबर मिला है इसको।
गाँव वालों उसने दिया
उल्टा और फुल
छुट्टी बोलते हैं।
आउट ऑफ
पेपर हाँ तो अपने पेपर पे
अभी लिखा है ना तुमने कहा You also told him now. वो बोलता है
मैम मेरे को हम लोग भी जब बैठते
नहीं और हम लोग इसके साथ ज्यादा दादागिरी करने को देखेंगे all three parents are going to
आपके जाने की वजह पता क्या बोलते हैं छापने थे आपको इतना मम्मी से वो क्या
बोलते छापने थे।
पर मैम
क्या बोलते हैं
मैम उस दिन और ग्रुप बैठे थे बोलते हैं क्लास में हाईएस्ट मैं ही लाऊंगा
मैंने तो एसएसटी में मैंने पूरा दिया।
हां आप गए ना ग्रुप को
कितना मिला?
उसमें था 11 नंबर।
अच्छा मैं देखो
मैं पता नहीं मैंने
they won't tell only 10
पता नहीं
less than 8
हां मेरे को मैंने सोचना मार्क्स दिखला
ये हर स्कोर की पावर से नहीं पाए।
हां
39 मैम मुझे
15 में से 3 मार्क्स
out of 15 yeah you have not written on you are graded only one paper that's all okay now read what you have written
आप ही पढ़ लो
starting with you
मैम इसकी संदर्भ
ये मेरे से क्या हम शायद
मैम मेरे को चक्कर
I will read it aloud no now don't this time read it
No,
we have to start with that
मैं
बिल्कुल लिया
So many things past. Yes, I lost a car. When I was a child, I was having a car and it was my favorite car. When we were going to our native place, we always used that car after some years. My father sold the car and tell me that we sold it. When I came to know that he sold it, when I shifted to Mumbai, I said my father to buy another car. But after some years, he bought my I was very happy, but also sad. Remembering that old car because it was very good car for me, but now I know the temper. Because I know that this is only a car. There are many things that we use and we should go forward from. Use is LOSE. LOOI is Lisa. Gunpreet,
I'm next year, ma'am.
your break is over, yeah. I told you before you
मैं
start.
खाना खा रहे थे मैम
मैंने तो खाना चालू कैसे किया आपने कदम नहीं किया था
मैम एक लाइन लिखने बस
You read yours.
मैम अभी
वो तो वैसे भी हंसेगा
हाँ सही सर मैं बोलता हूँ उसको
Yes, I have lost something that I like very much when I bought a ball. Poem guy. One day I was playing with a ball, it fell down into water. After that I lost, but my parents only don't really ask another ball. All your writing things. Your own you should write, no.
inspiration
Then what is it?
दर्शन में कौन सा चैप्टर है
ये नहीं पता
नहीं
है
पता।
मुझे
अबे मेरे को तो पता भी नहीं था इंग्लिश का एसएससी में हुआ
Yes, I have lost my favorite grandfather. I loved him very much. He used to take me, my brother, and my cousin brother to the park in the evening, and after coming back from the park, he used to buy us chocolates. Whenever he used to come home, he would bring some pens, books, and some chocolates. But when I was 9 years old, we used to see in Saudi Arabia whenever I came to India for 1 or 2 weeks or more than that, take us to water parks, museums, etc. But after 2 years, his health condition was not good, and then my grandfather got paralyzed. And I'm seeing like my elder was paralyzed. This grandfather is your mother's father. My mother was not ready to eat food after 2 years. So precious. So for 2 years he was paralyzed. They were precious like gems. We just 4 days and days. Then he used to take us to the park. It was hard to move on from it. Yours? Why yours leaving? Yes, I have lost someone in my life very much. In my previous school, I had a very good friend whom I met in third grade, but lost touch with her. We met again in 8th grade and became best friends. We enjoyed each other's company very much. She would tell her stories to me and I would tell mine to her. She was the closest friend and she helped me beyond my tough times. But sadly, 8th grade was the last grade I attended that school. Because I was changing schools due to some personal choices. I was very nervous but very excited to join my school. But I had to say, I had to say goodbye to her on the last day, which I never thought would happen. She even gave me gifts which I still keep. It was tough for me to overcome it, but I have made very amazing friends in my new school who are helping me overcome the loss assessment. But one can not in touch. Somewhere on social media, I may find her.
देखा हाँ अपने परसों का न्यूज़ सर परसों
What's one?
हॉस्पिटल में आग लग गई थी
हाँ,
7 बच्चे मर गए
देखो वॉश वाला ज्यादा ना
हम 300
What's one?
मैम
They change the
मैम
blood
300 वर्ड्स पे ऐसे में लिख
on what? Wash.
हम उसके पास खुद के पास है उसके पास खुद का नहीं है
हाँ
उसके भाई का तो उसका ही भाई है ना
भाई उसका नहीं गाड़ी
Okay. It was my birthday and on the same day was my district level handball match with my teammates in our school. We have been practicing for that match as it was a district level match, so it was very important for us. We had been practicing since 7 months just to win that match. So that moment was very precious for us. As we went on to the ground, we did some warm up and practiced a little bit. First 2 matches were we won very easily. Then as soon as we reached the semi-finals, we started finding the match a little difficult, but we overcame our fears and won the match. We had our finals with a school which we had never won any against whom we had never won any match. So as we started playing the game, was not at all going well. As we started playing, the game was not for my fault. The game was not at all going well. We were hopeless as they were scoring points very easily, so we panicked and got tense. So our game became very dull. We were very mixed of the teams. We were very disappointed by our performance after all the rigorous practice we finally lost. So it was a very bad day for us, and even on my birthday, I was very sad. So when I went home, I was very tired and sad, and came from my time. It's my parents. Forget history. One last, you could have added how she has concluded, no? That we always expect to win, but then maybe losses actually happen.
Sure.
मेरा कैसे होगी खुद ही करता था
But
Correct.
yes, when I gave trials for district sports organization PSO, we played very well, but in the finals we lost. Who's with that? We lose नहीं होता, we lost. It's about it's the past tense.
lost लेके बड़ी चीज़
हंसते चेहरे का मतलब
But at that time, I was 13 years old. It was a very big chance for me and my team to play for Solons. But in the finals, we lost. Everyone was sad, but every sports person knows that to achieve something big, we need to do something. After that, my whole team practiced hard. And now we will win because of our hard work.
टीम ने हार्ड वर्क करने नहीं किया
We will win.
टुकड़ी करेगा
पे नीचे लास्ट में एक बार क्वेश्चन
You read yours?
हाँ आपने पढ़ा
हाँ भी बस ना
नहीं तेरा
Hi,
Please. सबसे पहले मेरे को
when I was in the 3rd standard, my grandfather gave me 100 rupees note, which I had kept with me for many years. After my grandfather passed away, I used to with that 100 rupees to 8th standard, I never spent it. I was coming back from school and I saw in my bag that I had lost my purse. I was so sad and started to search everywhere, but I didn't find this address. I remember the date. Then I was with my grandfather enjoying staying with my parents explained me and that I should not get sad and I understand what they were trying to say. I understand. Straight from the heart. Here I am. Oh, I got very into the water. You're hiding all poem. Your own you should write, na.
मामा बोलते
तेरे
हैं
को भी बोलो कि एक और लिखने को।
बस का मैंने लिख दिया मामा मुझे बोलते हैं अपना बुक दे दे मैं आपको क्या पता लगेगा वो
मैंने कब पूछा?
बोला नहीं इसलिए मामा को बोला मुझे
बोलते हैं पहले मैं दे दूंगा तो मैम को लगेगा कि तूने मतलब मैंने लिखा है तू मेरे को कॉपी
मामा वेट है बुक्स का यहाँ पे दे दो मैं पीछे गए मैं ऐसे लिखा था मैं ऐसे पीछे देखे मेरा बोल के ऐसे लिखा
सही में
Oh, I thought I'm not sure. You might have because last time on the swimming thing you had
फिर
copied.
नंबर ना बुक उठाकर यहाँ पे रख दिया आपने
हाँ मैं
Write your own now. In what example I need to about memory? No,
annual
annual day. So you could have written about that at least, no, your own. तू उस पे फोकस मत कर उसको क्यों देख रहा है बार बार वर्क नहीं है उसको उतना भाव मत दे Okay, open your reported speech, page 157. Arman, why did you join late today?
Ma'am, no electricity at my place.
Audio.
Ma'am, no electricity at my place.
Oh,
अभी क्या करना है ग्रामर
बैट्स कर
Next कर रहा है।
आपने पहले बोला
तो मेरा बहुत
yeah,
पेज नंबर
137. Reported speech, you all have commands, requests, statements and questions. All these 4 things you all have in your reports. So what is reported speech? Direct, indirect speech. Direct speech is as spoken by the person. And indirect or reported speeches as it is forwarded by a second person. Like if I am saying tomorrow is a holiday. So how will you communicate it? Yeah, if you ask him, you were absent. You ask him what notice did ma'am give? What did ma'am say? What will he tell you? Ma'am said that it was on the next day. Tomorrow will change to the next day. It was a holiday. So there will be a change in tense. There will be a change in some number, in some words. And pronouns will change. And for example, if I tell you on we will go for a movie. So how will you change it? Ram said that they would will changes to would go for a movie. Okay, so like that, give one sentence and let the other person change. So you give one sentence, right? Give one sentence in direct speech. बहुत करता रहता है एक सेंटेंस बोलने को नहीं है आगे कैसे हो सकता है your turn
My mother said she is going
my mother said I in direct speech so what will you say I am going
I am going.
to market.
My mother is going to the market.
So my mother said I am going to the market indirect speech and that indirect speech will be my mother said that she was going she know you give one sentence of your own don't see the book and you dare not give a copied sentence Ram said I
Was good enough.
I am good in maths so Ram said that
He was.
or he is good in तेरा टर्न हो गया टर्न था तब बोल जब आएगा तब बोलूंगा डायरेक्ट टू direct indirect that won't come my father said okay what you were saying in indirect then my
My
father
father said that would be that.
so how will you change it to direct my father said it will rain tomorrow you
Yes, five.
Ram said that he has 5 rupees. How will you change it to direct speech?
Ram said he has five.
Ram said, I have 5 rupees.
My father said told. My father is going to office. My father said I was going to office. He was going. My father is going to. My father told he is going to.
My father said he is going to the office. So my father said
I am.
that will also come. My father said that. So direct speech will be my father said I am going to the office.
My father told me to buy food.
Change it. My
Father said to me to buy.
change it to direct speech. You again went to that corner. Huh? There. My father said,
Father said to buy food.
change it to direct speech.
My father said that.
That won't come in direct.
My father
Said by. My father said to me
said to
by Almay, give your sentence.
My parents said that they will take care of me.
My
Parents said that they will take care of me.
they will take care of me.
Yes.
Okay, so what will be the direct speech? My
parents said that my parents said
said,
we will take care of you.
yes, my parents said
We will take care of
we will take care of you.
you. We will.
We will.
Ah.
My parents said
We will take care of you. Yes.
Okay. Now in this there are questions also. We will just learn normal sentences. Okay, those examples I'll ask you to do. Before that, we will read this. So first, Into I'm reading, then I'll ask you all to read. The words spoken by a person can be reported in two ways, direct and indirect. Direct speech says what others have said in their exact words. Inverted commas are used in direct speech. Raj said to Sonali, I am sleeping now. So you're seeing there's a comma, there's an open inverted comma, the inverted comma closes. Indirect reported speech says what others have already said. Inverted commas are not used in reported speech. Example, Raj told Sonali that he was sleeping then. So underline the changes that have taken place here. देखो तुमको previous sentence and mark. So told said has been changed to told. That has been added. I changed to he. And changes to was. Now changes to then. And inverted commas are removed. In reported speech or indirect speech, when we mention the person or persons to whom the words are spoken, we use the reporting words said or told. Points to remember. Direct speech. The reported speech is put within inverted commas. The first word of the reported speech begins with a capital letter. See on the top there it's written I am sleeping now. That first letter I will always be capital. Even if it's any other word, it will be capital. The reported speech is separated by a comma from the reporting verb. Which is the reporting verb? Raj said to Sonali, I am sleeping now. Reporting verb is said. So it is separated with a comma from the reporting. Then indirect speech. The inverted commas are not used from the reported, are not used, but the reported speech is generally introduced by the conjunction that. We saw the word that has been added. The comma separating the reporting verb from the reported speech is removed. Which comma is removed? Which is the word before the comma? Sonali. So that comma has been removed. The tense of the reporting verb is never changed. The reporting verb, which means said. You can't change said to says or to tells. Only if it is present, no. If it's Raj says to Sonali. So you have to keep the tense the same, otherwise it change. The question mark and the mark of exclamation are never used. Like for example, she said, how beautiful the weather is! Exclamation. So how will that change? She said that the weather was beautiful, full stop. If it's an interrogation, she said, where are we going today? Question mark, correct? You will have a question mark. This is in the direct speech. If you change it, she asked where, that won't come. You can't say she asked that. So she asked where they were going that time. With a full stop at the end. Then, rules for reporting speech. Start reading.
While changing direct speech into reported speech or vice versa, the following changes occur. Reporting verbs. Affirmative sentences said, told, asserted, replied, assured, informed, responded, vice spread, whispered, even
Which करता है पढ़ने में?
whispered, believed, assumed, thought. interrogative sentences, asked, required, wanted to know, imperative sentences, ordered, were, needed, implored, advised, demanded. The two most common reporting verbs used in the reported speech are said and do. They are used along with that which is used as a connector. Example, he said the cat is sleeping under the sofa. He said that the cat was sleeping under the sofa. The sentence does not change the reporting verb if there is no noun or pronoun after it. Example, Ravi said my aunt bought a cake for him. Ravi said that his aunt had bought a cake for him. The reporting verb changes if there is a noun or a pronoun after it. Examples, Rajat said to me, those children are studying for their exams. Rajat told me that those children were studying for their exams.
Means what have they said? If you don't have a noun or pronoun, like if it is Ravi said bus or somebody said, that's it. To whom that is not mentioned. Then in that case, they are saying that it will remain the same even when you change it to indirect speech. When you change it to indirect, who said Ravi said he Ram. Whereas in the second one, what is it? Rajat said to me. Okay, so there is a pronoun after it. What's a pronoun? Words used instead of nouns. I, you, he, all those. And so that changes to Rajat told me. Okay, continue.
Some other reporting verbs used to report speech are asked, advised, offered, promised, ordered, read, refused, warned, and suggested. These are used depending on the meaning of the sentence. Examples. The teacher said, why were you early today? The teacher asked, why I was early back.
Now remember one thing, see, it's an interrogation. So in yours, when you're converting, you won't say the teacher asked why was I early. In your sentence it is why were you early. You can't change that to why was I early because you don't have to change it to another question. It has to become a sentence. So to make it a sentence, what will you say? Why I was early.
It is asked, shall I bring you some tea? It is offered to bring me some tea.
Next, change of pronouns.
Change of pronouns. The first person pronouns I, he, my, we, us, now. In the reported speech change according to the subject of the first person generally changes to third person depending upon the subject of the pronoun of the second person was in the reported speech change according to the pronouns of the third person. For example, he said I like them. He said that he liked them. He said to me, do you like the book? He asked me if I like the book. He said he likes the book. He said that he liked the book. Change in tenses. When the reporting verb being used is in the past tense, sentence inside the inverted formula also changes. It's gonna be past.
This you put a star over there, you need to write this in your phone.
Simple present, direct speech, simple present, indirect speech. The past examples. He said I do not like computers. He said that he did not like computers. Present continuous, past continuous. And she said they are singing for the concert. And she said that they were singing for the concert. Simple past, past perfect. She said we went to the hills. She said that they had gone to.
Here which is present continuous, they are singing is present continuous. That changes to past continuous, were singing. Simple past is went. that changes to past perfect, which is had gone.
Present perfect, past perfect. He said he has finished his work. He said that he had finished his work. Past continuous, past perfect continuous. They said we are enjoying the weather. They said that they had been enjoying the weather.
So underline the verbs here. He has finished his present perfect and he had finished his past perfect. Then past continuous,
We are
that's actually present. We are enjoying. They said they had been. That is okay. This you change to present continuous. Change that to we were enjoying. Okay, so that will be past continuous.
टेबल बनाना है कौन सा है?
तो टेबल फॉर्म में नहीं करना है और ऐसे में करना है तो भी ठीक है बट एवरीथिंग every all the things that are
टेबल की जो सेंटेंस बुक लिखते हैं
हाँ एग्जाम्पल नहीं देंगे तो समझेगा everything full table okay then next no changes in tense.
no changes. In some cases, there are no changes in tense, even in the reported speech. Let us read more about such cases. The past perfect and the past perfect and past perfect continuous tense do not changes even when converted to reported speech. Example: Saloni said they had gone to the market. Saloni said that they had gone to the market.
So which tenses had gone? Past perfect. So if it's past perfect in your direct speech, in your indirect speech, is there any change here? Had gone remains had gone. Next point.
When the reporting verb is in present, example, Hari says, I will act on stage. Hari says that he will act on stage.
Now your reporting verb is in the present tense means this says. No, reporting verb we are talking about now. Says. It is not said, it is says. So this is in the present tense. So then it will not change. See here, will act remains will act.
When we talk about everyday action or a universal truth, example, the lecturer said the sun rise from east. The lecturer said that sun rise from the east.
Now here, why there is no change? Because if you change it, the lecturer said that the sun rose in the east. But it is still happening. It's a universal truth. So two things, one is universal truth and second is habitual action. Habitual action is something that you do every day. In those cases, the tense will not change. So the sun rises in the east. She said that the sun rises in the east. Because even now it continues and it will remain forever. Right? A stone sinks in water. So she said that a stone sinks in water. You won't say a stone sunk in water because it happens even, fine? Yeah.
When the action being described by the reported speech is still going on, at that time it is being reported. Example, Sunny said he wants to go for a vacation. Sunny said that he wants to go for a vacation.
Correct. Now, if you say that he wanted to go means now he doesn't want to go, so no change.
When the reported speech includes a time clock. Example, grandfather said, I used to live in this colony when I was little. Grandfather said to Truman that she used to live in this colony when she was little.
So time clause is which one used to live. Okay, so that remains the same. The next is change in modals.
Let us look at how models change the reported speech. Directed speech, will, shall. Indirect speech, would. Examples,
This also you have to write down.
Prem said, uncle will visit you soon. Prem said that uncle will visit us soon.
So underline will and underline would. Second sentence.
Shall, should. Malini asked, said, shall we go together? Malini asked whether they should go together.
Underline shall and underline should. Now remember, it won't be Malini asked that. Okay, with that, with asked, you never use of that. You'll only use asked whether or asked if.
May, might. Abhijit asked, may I go to play with my friends? Abhijit asked if he might go play with his friends.
So may, underline and might. So may changes to might.
Must, had to. Farhan said, you must go see a doctor. Farhan said that I must or had to go see a doctor.
So underline must and underline must slash had to. So if it's must, you can keep it as must or change it to had.
Can, could. He said, I can bake well. He said he could bake well.
So underline can and could. Next also mark, you have to write this. Change in modals. You read.
Models in the report speech. That speech. I, he or she, you,
These are actually changes in pronouns. Change in modals was on the top. Here you cancel it and write changes in pronoun.
that speech. I, he, she, it, they, he or she or it. In that speech, he, she, it. That speech, we. In that speech, they.
Don't say directly inherit again. Just say yours.
Yours.
Changes to
his, hers, mine. Their changes to their. Theirs changes to theirs. Theirs changes to mine.
they remains there.
They remains they. Mine changes to his or her. Mine changes to his or hers. Our changes to their. Ours changes to theirs. Yours changes to his or her or mine. These changes to those. Myself changes to himself or herself. Ourselves changes to themselves. Yourself changes to myself. Themselves changes to themselves.
Remains. Okay, next, changes in time and place in reported speech. Mark this also, but in this you don't write the examples. You will only write the first two columns. Your changes to their that.
Change your pronouns also there.
Change in pronouns also you have to write, yes. Do one thing, this modals also don't write the sentences. But for tenses, you write the sentences. Okay? So for modals, don't write those sentences, only write the first two columns. Pronouns, anyway, there are two only. And in time and place, write the first two. Maybe? No.
Change in time and place in reported speech. Time and place also change in reported speech. Category now, introductory words, then at the time given example. So Sheila said we need to leave now. So Sheila said that they had to leave then.
So underline now and then.
Here then. The dresses that were kept here are mine, said Yasna. Isha said that the dresses that were kept there were hers.
So underline here and there. Here and
This this is Megha's pen, said Ravi. Ravi said that was Megha's pen.
so this and that. And remember, there are other changes also happening. Like see, is has changed to was. Correct? But now we are focusing only on
This
changes in that, yes, only those particular words.
This week or month, that week or month, Kirti said that, Kirti said they will be shifting this week. Kirti said that they will be shifting that week.
So this week and that week. If you can see there's will also. Will has changed to would. So all those other changes also.
Next week, month. The next, the week, month after, following week, month after. I will be going for a leave next month, said Sam. Sam said that he would be going for a leave the following month.
So what will you underline here? Next month and
Following.
yes, the following month.
Last week, the previous week, the week before. Kajal said, my brother had to go for a family reunion last week. Kajal said that her brother had to go for a family reunion the week before.
So last week and the week before.
Today, that we are going to celebrate my anniversary today, said Rakshi. Rakshi said that they were going to celebrate her anniversary that day. Yesterday, previous day, day before. Rohit said we won the match yesterday. Rohit said that they had won the match the previous day.
Yesterday and the previous day.
I received the courier a few days ago, said Anu. Anu said that she had received the courier a few days before.
So ago changes to before.
Last year, the year before the previous year, Manoj said that my friend I visited my friend in Goa last year. Manoj said that he had visited his friend in the Goa the year before.
Last year, the year. Next, Ash.
Said that I visited my friend in Goa last year.
Okay,
Changing commands and requests to imperative sentence. When converting orders, commands, or requests into reported speech, the imperative indirect speech changes into imperative indirect speech.
Infinitive means what? Any verb with to is infinitive. And what are imperative sentences? Request, orders, commands. Come here, go there, sit down. Bring me a glass of water, open the door, shut the door. These are all imperative sentences. So if you have a sentence like open the door, your sentence is ma'am said open the door. So how will you change it? Ma'am asked me to open the door. So to open is what we are talking about in imperative sentences. When you change it, your answer will have, or the indirect speech will have, to and the verb, infinitive. Harsh, continue. Second point.
The verb in the direct speech is in the imperative mode. Is changed into the imperative form in indirect speech, and reported speech is some such verb as just, order, advise, request, forbid, propose, suggest, command, tell, imperative, simple, as.
Forbid means not to allow. Okay. So if your sentence is man said don't something. Don't talk. So what will your sentence be? Man forbade me from talking. Then
The imperative mode is changed. Imperative mode by 50%. In case of negative sentence, the option. The imperative mode is changed into imperative mode by 2 before the verb. In the case of negative sentence, the auxiliary to is dropped and to is placed after one.
we read the examples.
Direct speech. She said to me look carefully. Indirectly, she told me to look carefully.
Please is omitted. Then we change the sentence into reported speech. Okay. Chetan said, continue on.
Direct speech, Chetan said, please keep quiet. Indirectly, Chetan asked us to keep quiet. Direct, he said, come here. Indirect, he ordered to go there.
So come changes to go, here changes to there. And your verb said changes to order.
Direct, the teacher said to the students, listen to me attentively. Indirect, the teacher asked the student to listen attentively. Direct, the principal said to ring the bell. Indirect, it's for order the people ring the bell.
So your said has changed to, in the previous one, the teacher one, said was changed to asked. In this, principal said has changed to principal orders. And which is the infinitive? To ring. See the previous one, which is the infinitive? To listen. In the first one, which is the infinitive? To go. Last one is,
Mother forbade to play in the
mother
sun.
said, do not play.
In sun, indirect, mother advised not to play in sun. Or mother forbade to play in the sun.
Yes, my mother forbade to play in the sun. Direct speech, next one.
She said, do not insult the poor. Direct, she was not.
Okay, so your reporting verb said has been changed to advise. That as per the sentence, you have to understand whether it should be advised or instructed or ordered or commanded or what. And which is the infinitive in the last one? To insult. Okay. Next, Anmay,
Yes, ma'am.
read the next one, some special rules.
Some special rules for imperative sentences. Noun of vocative case in reported speech is made the object of the reporting verb. Direct. He said, Ram, come here. Indirect. He ordered Ram to go there. But if the object of the reporting verb is already given, we start the indirect speech by addressing or calling. Direct. He said to the lady, give me a glass of water, mother. Indirect. Addressing the lady as his mother, he requested her to give him a glass of water. Or
Correct? Now in this sentence, he said to the lady, give me a glass of water, mother. How can you say that he said to the lady that she should give her a glass of water? If you're saying that, then you're not specifying that that's her mother. So what will your sentence be? Addressing the lady as his mother, he requested her water. Or
he requested his mother to give him a glass of water. Caution. The reporting verbs that usually convey an order or command are tell and order, which we use according to the content of the sentence. We do not use said to in these sentences. She said to me to look carefully. Changing questions to interrogative sentences. When we convert a question to reported speech, the syntax of the sentence changes.
better. So now we did normal sentences and we did imperative sentences. So remember, in imperative sentences, your verbs, reporting verb is going to change and you're going to use the infinitive. Okay. Now interrogative. Read. Read again.
Yes, ma'am. When we convert a question to reported speech, the syntax of the sentence changes. The verb in reported speech does not turn to a question, but into a positive form. The tenses of the verbs, the pronouns, and the time mark change as in statements. If the question in the direct speech starts with a question word, what, where, when, how, the question in reported speech starts with the same word. When the reported speech is a question, the reporting verb is changed
Like
into.
the important points are as he reads.
When the reported speech is a question, the reported verb is changed into ask or enquire, followed by if, and the words must be restored to the natural order as seen in the first pair of sentences. But when the reported speech is introduced by an interrogative pronoun, who, which, an interrogative adjective, what, which, or an interrogative adverb, why, how, when, where, if is not used. Some reporting words that we use are ask, wonder, want to know. The reporting verb say is changed into ask, comma, inquire. Now, example, direct speech. Where are you staying? Rakesh asked me. Indirect speech. Rakesh asked me where I was staying.
Okay, so your are you changes to I was. You can't say Rakesh asked me where was I staying. Okay, because you have to change it to a sentence. Fine.
Yes.
Direct next, the king.
Direct. The king said to his minister, are these my brave heroes? Indirect. The king asked his minister if those were his brave heroes.
So said has been changed to asked, underline it, and if has been added. So you can use if or whether, both are correct.
Indirect.
And those
He said to
were
me,
his, if those were his brave soldiers. Okay, so that sentence changes to a statement. Remember that. Next, he said to me.
he said to me, where are you going? He asked me where I was going.
So where I was going, it's not he asked me where was I going. Next, exclamatory.
Exclamatory sentence. Now should I read?
Actually, exclamatory. I don't have it, but anyways, read it.
Okay.
There will be exercise also based on that. No.
When the direct speech contains an exclamation, they must be omitted from in a indirect form. Reporting verb is changed into exclaim with sorrow, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with surprise, etc. Conjunction that is used. Direct. He said, alas, his brother is dead. He exclaimed with grief, sorrow that his brother was dead.
Okay, so that alas word won't come. Or if it is wow, what a beautiful book, the painting this is. So how will we change it? She exclaimed with wonder, for wow you can use wonder, that it was a beautiful thing. Then
Direct. He said, bravo, we have won the match. He exclaimed with joy that they had won the match.
okay, so exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with grief, exclaimed with wonder, exclaimed with sadness. Okay, so that they had won the match. And see that at the end, there is no exclamation mark and that word has not been used. You can't say he exclaimed with joy that bravo, they have won the match. That word won't come. Next, continue.
If in a reported speech the words that, what, and how have come, they are changed into very or great according to the sentence. Direct. He said, what a fool I have to deal with. He exclaimed with surprise that he had to deal with a great fool. Ram said, how beautiful the rain is. Ram exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with surprise that the rain was very beautiful. If the reported speech starts with may, which is also called optative sentence, the reporting verb said is changed into wished, cursed, blessed, prayed, etc. According to the sentence, the direct, he said, may the departed soul rest in peace. Indirect, he prayed that the departed soul might rest in peace.
Okay, so your may has been changed to might. and said is changed to he prayed that. These are operators. Next sentences with
Let.
let. You read Ayush, na? Shivam.
Yes. If let is used to express,
Loudly.
let is used to express.
You only continue.
Okay, ma'am. Sentences with let. If let is used to express proposal, in other words, if let is followed by us, the reporting verb said is changed into proposed or suggested. Remove comma and inverted commas and place their conjunction, that is verb let, is changed into should. Direct. He said, let us go for a walk. Indirect. He proposed that they should go for a walk.
Okay, so your said has been changed to proposed and let us go for a walk changes to that they should go for a walk. So those let us go will not come in your indirect speech. Okay?
If let does not suggest proposal, that is, without us, reporting verb said is changed into ordered or requested, and after removing comma and inverted commas, used to, before a verb let, or after removing comma and inverted commas, use that he might be allowed to. Direct, he said, let me go. Indirect, he ordered, bracket requested to let him go. Or he ordered, bracket requested, that he might be allowed to go.
Next point.
If the reporting verb is shouted, it is not changed. Direct. The beggar shouted, let him have a piece of bread. The beggar shouted to let him have a piece of bread.
Let him have a piece of bread changes to let him, the two word is added, and shouted does not change. So if the word reporting verb is shouted, you are not going to change that. So remember that.
If let is used to express assumption, the reporting verb said is changed into assume. And after removing comma and inverted commas, conjunction that is used, let is changed into might. Direct. The teacher said, let ABC be an angle of 90. The teacher assumed that ABC might be an angle of 90.
Next
Sentences
yes.
with yes or no. Ma'am, should I read?
Yeah.
Oh. Direct. He said, can you dance? And I said, no. Indirect. He asked me if I could dance, and I replied that I couldn't.
Okay, so can you dance changes to if I could dance, can has been changed to could. And I replied that I couldn't. You can't, in your answer, you can't say I replied no. That's wrong. So you will say I replied that I couldn't. Next.
Direct. My mother said, will you come home on time? And I said yes. My mother asked me if I would come home on time, and I replied that I would.
So
Note.
will you changes to if I would, and I said yes changes to I replied that I would. You can't say I replied yes. Next.
Note. Yes or no hides a complete sentence. Therefore, change yes/no into a short answer. Direct. She asked me, you didn't break the window, did you? She asked me if whether I had whether I had broken the window. Direct. He said to Geeta, you are going to the station, aren't you? Indirect. He asked Geeta if slash whether she was going to the station. Sentences with have to or had to. Change have to according to the rules, but change had to into had to in the indirect had to in the indirect speech. Direct. Hari said, I have to work a lot. Hari said that he had to work a lot. Direct. Hari said, I had to work a lot. Hari said that he had to work a lot. Exclamations and wishes. Sometimes exclamatory sentences contains exclamation like hooray, alas, oh, heavens, bravo, etc. Such exclamatory words which are removed in the indirect speech, and we use exclaim with sorrow, exclaim with joy, exclaim with surprise, etc. instead of said. Examples. Direct. Rohan said, hooray, we won the match. Indirect. Rohan exclaimed with joy that they had won the match.
Okay, so where it's hooray, you know it's joy. So you write exclaim with joy. The last what will you say? Exclaimed with
sorrow.
Bravo, exclaimed with
Joy.
praise.
Praise. Hooray is joy, bravo is praise, right?
Okay,
Direct.
move on to historical fact.
Yes, ma'am.
Next page, historical fact. Read those sentences.
Okay. Historical fact. If the reported speech expresses some historical fact or universal truth or habitual fact, the tense of the word in the reported speech is not changed into corresponding past, but remains exactly as it is. The lecturer said the Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. The lecturer said that the Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. The teacher said the Duke of Wellington was the commander of the joint forces in the Battle of Waterloo against Napoleon. The teacher said that the Duke of Wellington was the commander of the joint forces in the Battle of Waterloo against Napoleon.
So there won't be any change in tense if the sentence is anything with historical facts. Universal truth.
Universal truth. The teacher said the earth revolves around the sun. The teacher said that the earth revolves around the sun. He said God is above all in the world. He said God is above all in the world.
Okay, so had it been a normal sentence, is would have been changed to was. So here if it is God is above all in the world, we cannot say God was above all because God is. That's a universal habitual fact.
Habitual fact. He said the Christians bury their dead. He said that the Christians bury their dead. He said, I go to bring milk every day. He said that he goes to bring milk every day.
Right, so you can't say he went to bring milk every day because now also he goes. So that tense remains. Any doubts with this? Okay. Now solve the exercises. How much time do we have? 45 and 15 minutes. So solve the exercises.
Table.
Table लिखना है. So what do you narrative now? ठीक है. फिर ये होमवर्क के लिए करके आना. Assignments and practice exercise both. Okay. अभी लिखो जो लिखना था. So I am just telling you again what are the things. First is the table on page 138. Changes in tense. No need to write examples. First column. No. In this tenses you need to. I told you. So put a tick on each column. You need to do all. After that, changes in modals. Here you will write only the first and second column. You will not write the examples.
Yes.
In tense you have to write all. Modals you will write only first two columns. Then next is changes in pronouns. There again there are only two columns, so everything you write. And changes in time, place in reported speech, you will write the first two columns only. You will not write the sentences. Clear? So do it now before you leave. Finish it fast. Hurry up, otherwise we won't be alone. Class में good result. Very good. If you don't want to be, keep my confidence. अभी ये कॉपी करनी है ये भी करना है नाउ ये नोटबुक वर्क आपको ये जो भी बोले मैंने करना चाहिए so how many are there tenses modals pronouns time and place four will be if you don't want to do it in column form in line form you want to do it okay especially tenses one because there are sentences others you can do in column
So after a direct speech.
first time you write this also the now put an arrow and write this word and next line you write direct dir and write the sentence and or if you don't want to write that word direct also it's understood that you know what is direct and direct you can straight away write both the same scale you want
So I give
first handwriting we can do Okay. I'm sure. What was the outcome? So we I'm sure of the expert trading strategies because it's not मैम हाँ पीछे करती है बस सही बोल मैं करता हूँ हाँ तो वही तो इधर से जैसा है वैसा ही करती है इधर सिंसेरिटी दिखाना मतलब तो घर पे भी सिंसेर इधर नहीं है मतलब घर पे भी वैसे है मतलब मस्ट बी आफ्टर यू हियर हाउ आई हैव टू बी आफ्टर यू मैं करता हूँ जब बोलती है तब क्यों खुद क्यों नहीं जब बोलती है नहीं वो तो फोर्स कर रही है जो करने को तभी तो कर रहा है दैट्स नॉट राइट because you're not doing on your own she has to force you no she needs you you want study only मन नहीं करता उसमें लॉस तेरा ही होगा ना आपको बस तेरा नहीं सोचा है तो फिर नौकरी को कुछ नहीं करेगा but I told you मम्मी को पीछे पड़ना पड़ता अब हाँ बोलना तभी हाँ बोलना चाहिए अरे वो लेकिन वो तेरे से बेटर I'm not talking about marks or any. I'm talking about am I better? हाँ सिंसेरिटी में बेटर है ना तो तू उतना सिंसेरिटी दिखाएगा तो तेरे मार्क्स और अच्छे आएंगे मार्क्स में नहीं होगा वो लेकिन सिंसियर तो है
अब हमें जितना होता है उतना ठीक है सब ही करना है
ये सब वो भी करना है जाने के पहले एक्सरसाइजेस तो होगा चलो टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करेगा और पास करेगा हर 10 मिनट्स और वो ऐसा बच्चा ऑनलाइन नहीं कर सकते अगर तेरे जैसे बच्चे को ऑनलाइन में डालेंगे तो कुछ पाएगा नॉट डू करेक्ट ना फिर ऑनलाइन में लोग कितना अच्छे से सीख नहीं करते तेरे जैसे बच्चों का दिमाग नहीं if you are online you would have not listened to one word
एकदम करके लेना होता
hmm?
एकदम करके लेना होता
हाँ
It is comment. पहले हमें बोलने को भी बहुत ज्यादा चीजें
Yeah, next one is.
जैसे इंग्लिश में तो प्रैक्टिकल मतलब है ना आता तो पेज में तो सेंटेंस का 80 मार्क का पेपर है
There's a change in this one also time. Then models, second models, but that I know.
maybe time and placement is the
Yes. But first two columns, no sentences.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing?
Ma'am, modals and tenses both.
Tenses, modals, pronouns.
Pronouns not done. Pronouns.
Pronouns also you have to do, and time and place also you have to do. No writing the sentences, only
Okay,
the
ma'am.
first two columns you do.
Okay.
We are back now. It's time up. For homework, do the exercises, okay, in the textbook. Everything that is there in reported speech. Next class we will discuss the answers. Wait, Shivam, you had not got the textbook. Bring both the books next time. Anything is left, continue on. Next week I'll check your books and the exercises we will do.